keep on writing status about me. Bitch, y'all hoes live like Mexicans in 2 bedrooms. In a 2 bedroom. Leave me the on, bitch. Leave me the on. Get you some money. That nigga can't be getting you no money because you always talking about me.
It's real disbelief. Real disbelief.
On May 1, 2022, at approximately 1:15 a.m., Montgomery police responded to a shooting in the 500 block of East Patton Avenue, near the Normandale Shopping Center. Upon arrival, they discovered 32-year-old Erica Reese deceased at the scene. 2 other individuals were also injured, a man with life-threatening gunshot wounds and a woman with non-life-threatening injuries. Both were transported to a local hospital by private vehicle. Subsequently, 31-year-old Katina Davis was arrested and charged with murder and assault in connection with the incident.
Katina Davis was arrested following a weekend triple shooting that killed 1 person and injured 2.
Initially, Davis's bail was set at $1.5 million but was later reduced by a judge. Before we begin the story, we want to take a moment to extend our heartfelt condolences to the friends, family, and loved ones of Erica Reese. This devastating loss has left an irreplaceable void in the lives of those who knew and cherished her. This is the tragic and shocking story of Erica Reese, a 32-year-old woman whose obsession with revenge led to her own demise. What started as a bitter feud over a man ended in a hail of gunfire outside a nightclub, except Erica wasn't the one who walked away. In a moment she never saw coming, the hunter became the hunted.
That hoe in the way. That hoe in the way. Hold on, them hoes don't stay on the side of the town in Montgomery and got a audacity to keep on writing status about me. Bitch, y'all hoes live like Mexicans in 2 bedrooms. In a 2 bedroom. Leave me the alone, bitch. Leave me the alone. Get you some money. That nigga can't be getting you no money because you always talking about me. Talking about me. Everything you saying is about me. Ring around rosy face looking ass. On, bitch. Go clean up with your nasty ass. From my understanding, you don't even clean up, bitch, because you that nasty. Gas tank on E, begging ass, crybaby ass, bitch. And I'm by myself, ho. I don't need nobody no combat with me, bitch. I'm by myself. I always be by myself.
This story takes us to Montgomery, Alabama, a city that, despite its bustling atmosphere, has one of the highest crime rates in the United States. When adjusted for population, Montgomery sees 14.6 murders per 100,000 people, a significantly higher rate than the national average. This case is yet another tragic example of how tensions can escalate into fatal violence. Born and raised in Montgomery, Erica was known for her vibrant personality and strong-willed nature. She loved to have fun but had zero tolerance for betrayal. Her ongoing rivalry with Katina Davis wasn't just personal, it was a battle fought in public, with heated confrontations spilling over onto social media for everyone to see. Their dispute over the same man had been brewing for months, each exchange more explosive than the last. While Katina Davis, age 31, was a Montgomery resident known to some as a tough, outspoken woman who didn't back down from confrontation. She and Erica Reese had a long-standing feud, and it all boiled down to one thing: a man they were both involved with. Their rivalry wasn't just personal, it played out publicly on social media, with both women trading insults, accusations, and threats. Tension between them had been escalating for weeks, and those close to them knew that it was only a matter of time before things got out of control. The night of the incident, Erica was consumed by fury. Something Katina had said or done sent her over the edge, and she took to social media to unleash her anger, making it clear that she wasn't going to let this slide. But no one could have predicted just how far things would go.
Always by myself. That's all the thing. When you see me, you're going to see me by myself with that big old pistol that I got them pistol lights for. But bitches like you just want to, like they want to play with me, bitch. Your mama going to be sitting around here writing out your obituary if you with me, bitch, and you come out motherfucking way. That's on Pam, bitch. Your mammy gonna write out your obituary, bitch. Now play with me. Sit over there and listen to all that bullshit you want to them lies. Play with me. Watch what the I do, bitch. And I ain't just talking, bitch. I know everything I'm saying, bitch. Your mammy gonna write your obituary out. You cheap ass hoe. Whole client, she stay where to Birmingham, but always on Facebook every day typing about me. Throwing shade out about me like ain't nobody gonna come back and tell me what that hoe saying. God, go sit in the real stylist chair and stop letting that hoe play in your head with them ugly $30, $40 ass hairdo that you be getting. Hair discounted ass bitch. That what the fucking do. Now let me get off live and go entertain and do the fuck I was finna do. Cause this hoe right here ain't talking about nothing. She that ugly. I'm so tired of entertaining this bitch.
Less than 24 hours after Erica's online outburst, Katina and the man at the center of their toxic love triangle decided to hit the town for a night of partying. Word of their outing spread fast, and when Erica caught wind of it, she wasted no time. Fueled by rage, she jumped in her car and headed straight for the club, her mind set on confrontation. But the showdown she had envisioned never happened, because before she could strike, the night took a turn she never expected. In a flash, the tables were turned, and Erica found herself staring down the barrel of fate. By the way, we post true crime stories and strange cases. If this interests you, please consider subscribing to our channel. Your support means a lot and helps us continue sharing this content. The moment Erica arrived, the atmosphere outside the club turned electric with tension. Heated words flew between her and Katina, their long-standing feud reaching a dangerous boiling point. Erica had made threats online, and Katina wasn't taking any chances. The second she spotted Erica reaching for a gun, she reacted fast. Before Erica could fire a shot, Katina pulled the trigger. In an instant, Erica hit the ground, critically wounded and fighting for her life. But the chaos didn't end there. A stray bullet struck an innocent bystander, adding another heartbreaking layer to the already shocking scene. Inside the club, panic erupted. People screamed, ducked for cover, and rushed to get out of harm's way. Amid the frenzy, someone managed to call 911. But by the time police arrived, it was too late. Erica Reese was gone, pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities wasted no time making an arrest. Katina Davis, just 31 years old, was taken into custody and charged with first-degree murder, first-degree assault, and second-degree assault. Her bond was initially set at a staggering $1.5 million, a price tag that reflected the gravity of the charges against her. In the days following the shooting, a friend who had been standing beside Katina that night broke her silence. In an emotional video, she detailed the tense moments leading up to the deadly encounter, offering a first-hand account of what really happened that night.
It could have been me. It could have been me last night. Y'all let that shit happen. Y'all let that shit happen last night. I fought her motherfucking friends. Man, yeah. I pray and hope to God that that man got cameras so the truth can be revealed. That's it for me, Punky. I'm not lying. That shit over with. That shit dead for me, going out, doing all that extra shit. These bitches is wild.
Then came a twist that left Erica's family reeling. After multiple court hearings and legal arguments, District Judge Pamela Higgins made a controversial decision. Katina's bail was reduced from $1.5 million to just $150,000. It was a move that felt like a slap in the face to Erica's grieving loved ones, who believed justice was slipping through their fingers. Court documents later revealed that the judge had also granted bail reductions for the 2 assault charges, bringing Katina's total bond to $195,000. While the legal system had followed its process, the ruling left Erica's family devastated and questioning whether her death was being taken seriously enough. This case is a chilling reminder of how quickly conflicts can spiral into irreversible tragedy. What started as a heated rivalry between 2 women ended in bloodshed, heartbreak, and shattered lives on both sides. As we reflect on this tragic story, let it serve as a warning about the devastating consequences of violence. Our deepest condolences go out to the family and friends of Erica Reese. May her soul rest in peace. It was Halloween night in Macon, Georgia, October 30, 2023, when 18-year-old Gabriella Dixon, a young mother of 2, suddenly vanished without a trace. Her disappearance sent shockwaves through her family and the entire community. Desperate searches stretched on for months, each passing day fueling fear and uncertainty. Then, in a tragic turn of events, nearly 9 months later, her remains were discovered, reduced to a skeleton, hidden deep in a wooded area off Highway 87.
Dixon's been missing for nearly 9 months, and now the Bibb Sheriff's Office believes her remains were found this afternoon.
But the most chilling clue came from an innocent source, her 2-year-old child. The toddler's haunting words, "Mommy was in blood," hinted at the horrifying truth. Investigators soon uncovered a dark and harrowing reality. Gabriella had been trapped in a toxic, violent relationship with Reginald Harris, the father of her children. But how did this young mother's life spiral into such a nightmare? What events led to her tragic end? This is the heartbreaking story of Gabriella Dixon, a brave young woman who fought to break free from the chains of abuse, only to pay the ultimate price. Gabriella Dixon was just 18 years old, a devoted mother of 2 who wanted nothing more than a safe, happy life for her children. But standing in her way was Reginald Harris, her abusive boyfriend and the father of her kids. She tried to break free to carve out a better future, but the violence only escalated. Reginald wasn't just controlling, he was a ticking time bomb, a man whose rage knew no limits. He subjected Gabriella to relentless physical and emotional abuse, sometimes right in front of their children. Despite the turmoil, Gabriella remained a loving and nurturing mother. She poured every ounce of her strength into raising her kids, determined to shield them from the horrors of their home life. She also shared a deep bond with her own mother, Gabby Cersei, who saw her daughter as a reflection of herself, strong, compassionate, and full of love. But no matter how much Gabriella fought to protect her family, true safety remained just out of reach as long as Reginald was in their lives. After enduring years of fear and violence, Gabriella made the brave decision to leave. She knew it wouldn't be easy. Reginald kept a suffocating grip on her and the children, monitoring their every move. Then came the breaking point. In a horrifying act of rage, Reginald opened fire on a vehicle Gabriella and her children were in, simply because he saw another man driving. To him, any interaction she had with another man, no matter how innocent, was an unforgivable betrayal. Miraculously, no one was hurt, but the message was clear. Reginald was willing to kill. Desperate to escape, Gabriella turned to law enforcement, detailing the abuse she had suffered and the death threats Reginald had made if she ever tried to leave. Officers urged her to file a restraining order and get away immediately for her safety and the safety of her children. But for reasons unknown, there's no record of that restraining order ever being enforced. Did Gabriella not get the chance to follow through? Was she too afraid of what Reginald might do if she tried? Her tragic story is a painful reminder of just how difficult and dangerous it is for victims of abuse to break free. On the morning of October 30, 2023, the toxic and violent relationship between Reginald Harris and Gabriella Dixon reached its tragic and final breaking point. That day, Reginald did something he often did. He dropped off their 2 young children with Gabriella's mother. At first glance, it seemed like any other day. But what Gabriella's mother didn't yet realize was that her daughter was already gone, murdered in cold blood earlier that very morning. The only ones who knew the horrifying truth were Reginald, and, in some way, the children. Though they were too young to fully grasp what had happened, they had witnessed something no child should ever see. They knew their mother wasn't okay when they left home that day, even if they couldn't put it into words. It wasn't long before Gabriella's mother sensed that something was terribly wrong. As she cared for the children, one of them suddenly spoke up, uttering words that sent a chill down her spine. "Mama was in blood." The older sibling, trying to comfort them, added, "Mama was sleeping." The eerie innocence of their words struck Gabriella's mother like a gut punch. Panic set in. She grabbed her phone and called Gabriella, but there was no answer. She dialed again. Still nothing. With every unanswered call, her fear deepened. Something was wrong. Something was very wrong. Desperate for answers, she turned to the one person who might know where Gabriella was, Reginald. When she confronted him, his reaction only confirmed her worst fears. He was evasive, dodging her questions, refusing to give a straight answer. The more he avoided her, the more dread crept in. She knew something horrible had happened. By the next morning, October 31st, after a long, sleepless night filled with worry, Gabriella's mother couldn't wait any longer. She contacted the authorities and reported her daughter missing, hoping against hope that Gabriella was still alive. But that hope wouldn't last long. It didn't take long for law enforcement to uncover chilling evidence. Evidence that pointed to a grim reality. This wasn't just a missing persons case. This was something far worse. It was a homicide. And the nightmare was just beginning. As weeks turned into months with no answers, Gabriella's mother grew frustrated, feeling that law enforcement wasn't doing enough to find her daughter. Refusing to sit back and wait, she took matters into her own hands. She organized a search party, rallying friends, family, and concerned community members to help scour the area for any sign of Gabriella. But despite their relentless efforts, she was nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, police turned their focus to the one person they couldn't ignore, Reginald Harris. Given his violent past and his abusive history with Gabriella, he was the prime suspect. However, without concrete evidence tying him to her disappearance, authorities couldn't charge him with anything related to the case. Instead, they arrested him on unrelated family violence charges, hoping it would buy them time to build a case and uncover the truth about what had happened to Gabriella. As investigators dug deeper, they discovered that Gabriella had recently taken a bold and desperate step. She had exposed Reginald's abuse on social media. She had made it public, revealing the horrifying reality of what she had endured. The move enraged Reginald. He thrived on control, and Gabriella's decision to speak out shattered the power he held over her. That public condemnation may have been the final straw, the thing that pushed him over the edge. Despite this potential motive, authorities still needed more evidence to officially charge him with anything beyond domestic violence. And so, Gabriella's case remained in limbo, with her loved ones clinging to the hope that she might still be alive. Then, in July 2024, 9 agonizing months after Gabriella had vanished, the case took a devastating turn. Investigators made a grim discovery. Deep in a wooded area, they found what they believed to be her remains. The news was shattering. Gabriella's loved ones had feared this outcome, but the confirmation of her death made it all the more heartbreaking. Their search was over, but not in the way they had prayed for. Now the fight for justice had only just begun. Gabriella's skeletal remains were discovered by construction workers deep in a wooded area, an unthinkable end for a young mother who had fought so hard to escape her abuser. The discovery shattered the last shred of hope her family had clung to. For her mother, the realization was unbearable.
Still heartbroken, I'm upset. I've developed hate, something I've never experienced before, but I have a lot of hate in my heart right now. I asked for an update maybe about a month ago. They said they're in the process of getting search warrants. You're getting search warrants almost 3 months after the fact. Why wasn't a search warrant issued months before? Why is it taking months to compare my ex-husband's and my DNA with the blood that was found in his apartment?
Gabriella wasn't just her daughter. She was her best friend, her source of joy, and now she was gone forever. The pain of her loss was immeasurable, leaving a void that no words could ever fill. Gabriella's courage in speaking out against her abuser had come at the ultimate cost, and her family was left to mourn a life stolen far too soon. In the wake of this devastating revelation, authorities wasted no time in taking action. Reginald Harris, who was already behind bars for multiple charges related to his past violence against Gabriella, was officially charged with her murder. But in a shocking twist, investigators also arrested 19-year-old Jarvius D'Angelo Price, Reginald's cousin. Jarvius was accused of tampering with evidence and assisting Reginald in covering up the crime, further deepening the betrayal Gabriella had suffered.
2 people could make court appearances tomorrow, both charged in Gabby Dixon's murder. One of them is 19-year-old Jarvius Price, who currently sits behind bars, facing a conspiracy to commit murder charge. Price was arrested before in connection to Gabby's disappearance. On November 16th, he was charged with making false statements and tampering with evidence. Price made bond on November 18th.
That same month, the father of Dixon's children was also arrested. 1 month before Gabby's disappearance, arrest warrants showed Reginald Harris choked her and threatened her with a gun.
As the legal proceedings unfold, Gabriella's family remains caught in an agonizing limbo, waiting for justice that can never truly bring her back. For her mother, the pain is all-consuming. Even if Reginald and Jarvius spend the rest of their lives behind bars, it will never erase the suffering they inflicted. The depth of her anger and grief is something she never imagined possible, a relentless ache no parent should ever have to endure. On August 10, 2024, loved ones gathered to honor Gabriella, Gabby Dixon's memory. Her funeral service was held at Mount Lebanon Baptist Church in Macon, Georgia, drawing around 100 attendees, family, friends, and community members, all united in their grief and love for her. During the service, heartfelt stories painted a picture of a young woman who was intelligent, determined, and above all, deeply devoted to her children. Her family expressed their gratitude for the unwavering support they had received throughout the agonizing months of her disappearance and tragic passing. Gabriella's story is a heartbreaking reminder of how dangerous it can be for victims to leave their abusers. But despite the injustice of her fate, her courage cannot be ignored. She knew that exposing Reginald's abuse put her at risk, yet she refused to let fear silence her. In standing up against him, she not only fought for herself but also ensured he would one day be held accountable. Because of Gabriella's bravery, Reginald Harris will likely spend the rest of his life in prison, forever stripped of the power he once wielded.
We want to bring her home. We want justice, but most importantly, we want to bring Gabby home. We had 2 birthdays with the granddaughter's birthdays. One turned 1, and she didn't get a chance to see her mother, or didn't get a chance to spend time with her mother. The other one turned 3, and they're constantly asking every day where their mother is, and we don't have any answers.
Thank you for watching another video of Truth in Crimes. Share your thoughts about this heartbreaking case in the comments below. We value your input. We dedicate ourselves to delivering accurate and compelling true crime stories using information from reliable sources. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon with another captivating story.